Fine. So when you come for application developer here, you have something called as application register. Okay. So here you will be having all the applications like whatever we see, purchasing, payables, all this. In the same way, we have something called as form, function, menu and all. In database, we will have tables. So let me show you application register, which is available here, which are already registered applications. Okay. So all these are applications and the short names. You will come to know the short names ADS underscore DEV, base top, which is ADS top, like that. It means in your Oracle application, whatever the applications are there, purchasing, payables or receivables, general ledger, all these are available applications, right? Those available applications are already registered and those will be available here. And you can come to know the short name of the particular application, as well as when you say base top, it means that is nothing but the PO, AP, the Unix folders, whatever we are seeing. Those are called as PO top, AP top, GL top, like this. So basically you can see that ADS underscore top means the folder will be ADS with the name ADS. Okay, like that. So now let's see some related application which we are aware of, which we know. Let's say purchasing. Okay, short name is PO and base top is PO underscore top. So by this you'll come to know the short name. In case tomorrow some new application has come up, okay, on Oracle, and you want to know the short name of that particular application, then you can come to this application developer, application register, and you can say Control F11 and you can see that particular application short name. Knowing the application short name will help you to know the short name, and then the base top, like saying PO, when you say it will just go with in Unix you will have a folder called as PO. You can come to know that that is a short name. Apart from that, all the tables will start with the same short name. So like this, it will help you. So you can just come here and you can know the short name. To register a table, what I said is here is the short name is required for us, guys. AD underscore DD, register table is a command, which is short name, the table name and T. Now, whenever we were talking about register table, how do you know that whether that particular table has to be registered, or how do you identify whether tables are registered or not? When you come here in the same application developer database table, here you will have all the registered tables. Registered tables in the sense, whatever the tables are available in our application, all those tables are registered and those tables are available here. If you say Control F11, you will see some tables. Okay, and it will tell user table name, then application, what are the column names you have, what is the primary key, what is the foreign key, all this. So let's see some table. OE order header underscore on. Let me put in the user table name. Okay, table name, user table name, or you order header. Okay, application is order management. The description is this. Okay, and all this extend and all, you don't need to worry about that. But these are the column names. Header ID is the column name, and this is the width. And what is the primary key column in this table? Header ID is the primary key. Okay. In case if you want to know the primary key or foreign key of this column also, of this table also, you can come to foreign key. Order source ID from OE order sources table. So from OE order sources, okay, order source ID is actually a primary key for that table, and here it is a foreign key. So like this, you can come to know the table, and here you will have type of data: transaction data, seed data, interim and special flex field data. Transaction data is like this table carries transaction data. Okay, daily transactions will be happening. I mean, whenever you say transaction data, it's a transaction table wherein every day some or the other change will have been happening. Seed data. some tables which are given by Oracle, where there will not be change, and which are related information of the system table. Okay, those are called as C data. You will have some seeded data or seed table that called as interim, nothing but intermediate table, that interface tables, special flex field data, only used to store the flex field data. Okay, something like chart of accounts, then basically chart of account, and then HR information will be stored in flex field, location information will be stored in flex field. So in case we create a table, even our table should be appearing here. Only the tables which are appearing here can be used by Oracle application. So let's do that. So the command, as I told, transaction data, I'm creating it. SQLGL is an application short name, exam is the table name, and T transfer transaction data. Once you register a table, whatever the column names you have in your table, you have to register each and every column individually. So execute AD underscore DB, register column. So SQLGL is the short name again, exam is the table name, student number is the column name. That is the first column sequence, and then the data type, what kind of data you store here, and this is the width of the particular column. Okay, and N and Y, these two stand for whether it is a nullable column or not null column. If you say N, okay, it is nullable column. It is, if you say Y, it is not null. Okay, and then translate. Y is for translate, the last one, Y or N. If you say Y, try in place of translate, if you say Y, it is translatable. What is translatable? Nothing but we were discussing because we spoke about underscore TL tables, right? Let us say underscore TL tables are nothing but called as translatable tables or multi-language tables, which allow you to store multiple language data. So this is basically the command. So I have a small example here. So let's create a table. Create table, table name, I said, student number and marks. So once you create a table, if you go and see in the application, you have to see there in the application. But then you also have to commit it. If you don't commit it, you can't see that. So let's just create a table and see whether it is you're able to see or not before registration. The table is not available, right? There's nothing like case sensitive. Basically, it will take capitals only here. We lost the database connection. Let's connect it. By the time it gets connected, it is not, disconnecting a database. In meanwhile, we'll see some other topic like item interface code I showed you, and then we'll move on. So let it get connected in a minute. So the other day we were discussing about the data file which is available for us. Item interface data file is available, and then we already have a control file here. So we need to create a table called as item staging table, and then we have to load this file, right? So what we will do is we'll go to WinSCP. We'll get connected with the WinSCP. Let's transfer this control file and data file. Basically, both files you'll have in bin folder, and we'll register in SQL loader program, and the data will be transferred to staging table. Let's see that. So once you connect to NACP, as this is in inventory folder, I mean, if this is an inventory, item interface is related to inventory, we'll just come to inventory, into bin, and here you will have all the data files and control file also. So what you can do is you can just copy the control file. Let me copy this. So either, as I said, in low data, you can just write in file and you can give it like this, saying XX custom staging table, or else the data file can be written separately and then the control file can be written separately. So if you see the control file here, so you have another method saying $1. So when you say $1, it is nothing but the parameter. Let's move this file so that we'll see how to create a parameter also. Okay, so items.cpl file has to be moved. So I'll say items.cpl file, and we need this path. And items2 dot data file. So let's move these two. It is connected now. So table is created, right? So once the table is created, you need to commit for table, but then let's see here. After registration of table, you will need to commit. So the student table is not available here. Now in begin and end, when you say AD underscore DD register table, I said this is related to PO module, student is a table and transaction. Now just click on commit. After doing AD underscore DD register table, you have to do that. So then only you can see here. So commit is available. Commit after commit, student table is available. The columns are not available. This is related to purchasing, right, and transaction data. Now to register each and every column, you have to execute like this. So SQL procedure completed. But still, when you go and see here, okay, with the table, you will not see the column until you do a commit. Let's try that. The columns are not there, but just click on commit. You can see this. student number column is available, right? In the same way, how many columns you have to do for all that columns, you have to do this. Okay, so you have two columns, column names and the width. So like this, once you register a table, once you create a table, directly if you see here it is not available, means you have to create using AD underscore DT package, you have to register. Once this is here, it is a normal table like every table. You will have the table in this screen and then you can start using this. So any custom tables, if you want to use it and create it and use it, then you have to register this. This is about the registration of the table. So I'll just mail you this command. Maybe I can send to Chaitanya and he'll send it to you. UTF-5 method we have already seen once. It is giving error because the path which is there was registered path. Basically, UTF-5 method is something like when you want to create an autonomous location, you have to tell that location, this location I want to create a file and the data has to be dumped into that. But that location will be always a registered path which is available in $B parameter. So in $B parameter table, you'll have some path, but that path is not being recognized. Let's see later, and I'm just trying to create a separate path or separate detail. Let's see the inbound process. Inbound process, as I said, the data file and the control file both are moved. The next thing is, like, first of all, you need to create a table here. Okay, the staging table. So to create a staging table, we should know the column names, right? So what are the column names you have here? Item name, description, organization name, and process ID. So all these are column names. So let's create a table with this. And the table name is whatever we have mentioned here. So description name can be more, so I'll just do 40. So depending on the data, you can decide it. Like this is character, and this is also character, this is character, and this is number. So this you can say number. So before, until the table gets created, we can just register this program, go to System Administrator, Executable, can say inventory inbound. Application is inventory, where I copied the files. The executable method will be SQL loader. The executable file name is the data file name you have to give. Sorry, the control file name you have to do. What control file we have given is items, right? Items dot control file. So give here items. Just check it as case sensitive. Copy the short name. Inventory. Down. We said we'll be giving a path, right? The path we have to specify here as a parameter. And so that for the character of the value set is nothing but character of we should have character of table value sets here. I don't see value sets, more value sets, but we should be having here. Let's see what's here. Characters, 100 characters we have here, right? 100 characters, which is 240 characters, which accepts. So we can just take this. In fact, we don't need that, but I'm just taking it because we have only 10 characters and then 11 characters and 100 characters. The path may not be sufficient for us for 10 characters. Maximum size, you have exceeded maximum size, it's saying. It's okay, fine. So we registered a content program. Now this has to be submitted. I mean assigned here in inventory. We can submit here. I mean add this particular program in any of the module. In fact, it's our master to have to run from inventory itself. But I'm just checking. Purchasing also you can do this because executing is like for which responsibility you want to run this, you can do that. So I'm just adding here the responsibility all the post purchasing. So the current program registration is done for an inbound SQL loader program. Let's see whether it is not. The SQL loader program will be just transferring the data from data file to your temporary item staging. So once you run your control program, you will see the data in the staging table. Once it is in staging table, then we can write a PL SQL program and there's a lot of disturbance actually in the net these days. It always gets disconnected, then it gets connected. There's no tracking with the network. So bear with me. I know like it will be a bit of disturbance in that. So I'm trying to make out possible. So the table got created. Let's see in this table whether we have any data right now. The data is not available, right? So let's run a program and submit new request. It will be asking the path for this. Just copied this path. Where exactly your data file is available. And just give this path and submit it. Oh, did I give items? Yes, 2 times. Definitely not happy also to just checking that. So control file has been created. So once you create the SQL loader, through SQL loader program, whenever you try to load the data, okay, so it will start creating control file and then data file, bat file and all. So all these are created in the bin folder itself. Items.ctl, items 2.dat file is already there. So bat file and discard file is also created. So what is this bat file and discard file is? This will tell you like how many rows have been processed in case if you have any errors or something. Related to syntax errors and all, it will show you in the bat file. If it is data related, it will show you in the discard file. So what is the errors and all. So now let's go and see the table. So you already have the data here. So now the process is to write a PSQL program and then send this data to your interface team. So we'll do that tomorrow. Okay. There's already a PSQL package here. If you see a PSQL package is already here, I can just execute this. I can like register this program and execute this. That will work for us. But then this program is completely written using record types, table types, and all. This is completely an advanced PSQL. So instead of that, we can write it in simple way. So I'll write this in simple way, and then I'll explain it tomorrow. So then once that is done and import program is run, inbound will complete it. And then we'll see, if possible, we'll see UTF-L or P2P flow bills. Okay. Do you know collections in PSQL? I don't think you will know that. You said you know basics of PSQL. You can understand SQL and that, right? Hello? Good morning. Hello? Anybody? Hello? Good morning. Hello? Hello?